50 trillion. In the 50 trillion club, boys and girls. Okay, gamers, mums and dads, welcome to Cridler Gaming. Today we are back on Fic Legends, and the question is it worth paying for anything on the game? So if you're thinking about buying stuff, watch this video first, then you can decide whether it's worth the Robux or not. Now while it's loading, if you've never played this game before, it is a great tycoon. We've got the full video on how to play, just pop in the corner there. If I do it right, it should appear about now. And then if you want to know why we've got so much money, 480 quadrillion coins, which is just enormous. Watch our greatest ever sell video. It's the biggest sell ever recorded on YouTube, so that should appear about now. So what we're going to do today, you can see that our thickness is 1.25 trillion, which compared to others is tiny. Don't forget, put your thickness down below. We're going to do a live stream, get everyone who's massive on here, see if we'll probably crash the server or just see how big everybody is. There's people with quadrillion thickness that have commented, so keep those comments coming. Also comment down below on your favourite Roblox games and we'll record them as well and give you a shout out, no problem at all. So what am I going to do? I'm on the Xbox today. I normally play this on the iPad, but Xbox is easier to record. So what we're after is there are some things in the shops which you can buy, and we've already bought some, so let's go and have a look. If you go into the shop, you can see there's boosts here at the top. On these boosts, so we can do auto eat. What we're going to do is do the auto eat for 5 hours and see how much thickness we get and see if it's actually worth 929 Robux. It sounds a lot of money for what it is. But anyway, we'll give it a go. On here we've got 2 times. Now because we're going to eat a lot, what we want to do is get 2 times eating. So I need to buy Fast Eater, which is another 499 Robux. Ages ago I bought the 2 times thickness one. I mean, that does help you get through the game. In fact, you get there twice as quick. So that, 300 Robux. If you want to go right to max from the start, then buy it. But only buy it if you're just starting out. If you're already halfway there or 3/4 of the way, it's probably not worth it. But right from the beginning, I think that is worth purchasing. I'm not too worried. The conceal one, I was tempted with, but it's only to wind other people up. The pets as well, as you saw for the quadrillion or quintillion money that we had to buy as many pet slots as we could to multiply up the money. So they were worth it, but only because we wanted to get loads and loads of money. There's no point having 480 quintillion money because there's just nothing to spend it on. So these are probably a bit over the top, save you money on those. Pet capacity, you need it if you want to upgrade your pets, and I think if you want to get money for free in a way without paying for it, then spending 135 Robux, if you've got it spare, is probably worth doing it just to save the hassle of having to delete things. So if you don't mind putting in the time, then you don't need that. But I say, you can buy 20 extra for 45 or an extra 60 for 135. That were useful just because you get so full of pets, it can get quite frustrating. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to buy the Fast Eater, and then I'm going to buy the 5 hours and see how much the thickness goes up from 1.25 trillion. So I've bought the Fast Eater. Right, so now I'm buying the 5 hours. It is... What is the time? It is 10:10 in the morning here, so 3:10 we will have finished off. So just somehow I've got to keep the Xbox on for that long. Right, so it's 10 English pounds to buy this. So in we go. Right, so now we're going to be auto eating. And we'll see our trillions going up already, so 1.26 trillion. We're on double speed as well. Now we have got maxed out everything, so this is going to be the most thickness you can achieve in 5 hours on this game, so we'll see how much we go up by. He's not even eating it, come on! Make sure if you're going to do this, turn off sell. So you've got to go into the settings, so whichever format you're on settings here, you can see sell is enabled. You want to turn that off, so if you're going to try and get big in the normal game or in any game and you just want it massive, turn off sell, because when you get so big you just accidentally tread on it and then you go back to the beginning. So to save any frustration there, turn off sell, and you can do it there. The third one down. It's the big guy down below beating me up. Let's have a look. Go on, hit me. No? Oh, there we go, he hit me. I'm still in the zone. Do you think this is a fair fight, this guy and me? I'm just about a big toe inside the safe zone. He might come and beat me up and knock me out. So I probably do have to find somewhere a bit safer. But anyway, I'm not bothered if somebody keeps punching me. I've got decent health. So on the food, we've got everything. as well. Just waiting for an update, come on. Let's have another update, let's get some more stuff. I've got so much money. Even if I buy everything again, I've still got quintillion money. Anyway, Cosmic Pizza is the biggest. 1.12 billion thickness on each one. Can I get onto any other island? Come on. Now you can buy Conceal, so if you do want to be big and go up and not have to try and find the tiny dot you need to go through a portal, you can buy that. I still think it's overpriced. But now we've been eating for 10 minutes now, and we've gone up to 2.56 trillion. So that's not a bad whack in 10 minutes. So I think this is actually going to be quite good. So a few downsides it seems of getting so big. It's number one, you can't go to the worlds very easily. I just cannot find how to get in if I've walked up and down here. The second thing is safe zones are incredibly difficult to stand in because you're in it, then you're not in it, then you're in it and you're not in it. It's just because you're so massive. The other thing when you get so massive, and it's quite funny, I did it more on the iPad, but I'll pop a video up there. I've got 50 billion burgers in 10 minutes just by being big and it throwing me up and down the worlds. But Fist of God is what we've got as punches, although we're not doing much punching today. On the food, some great food names here. Comment down below the next food. It's like, I was thinking it's got to be donut related. And onto the rebirths, it's the chosen one at the end. It's 400 quintillion coins, which is 0.4 quintillion, and we've got 480 quintillion, so we could buy this 1,000 times at the moment. That's how much money we've got. So now I'm just going to stay here for 5 hours, hoping the Xbox doesn't turn off, hoping the TV doesn't turn off, hoping my battery doesn't run out. We'll check back in about an hour. Right, so the controller did go off once, but I don't think it affected how much thickness we had. As you can see now, we're coming up to 6.25, which is happened in 40 minutes. So here we are now, we're nearly halfway, 2.5 hours left. So you know, we just started over a trillion, so we've added 24 trillion. Now the only thing that I found bad with this is that it's more of an Xbox thing than the game, is that if you stay still for so long, your controller disconnects and then it doesn't actually boot you out of the game, but it sort of comes out with a pop-up and you can't actually do anything, so then you've got to go back in. So I've probably lost about 10 minutes because I had to go and get Alex from school, and I've also been on the Peloton bike. I was clicking every now and again. It's just bizarre, just to keep it going. But say we're coming up to 2.5 hours in, and we've earned 24 trillion. So add another 24, and we're going to get close to 50 at this rate. If we do some manual clicking as well at the same time, which I guess is cheating slightly, but as long as you're near your Xbox or your iPad or whatever you're on with it, we'll see if it's worth it. In fact, if you click and do it at the same time, whatever result we get now, you'll actually double. So we'll see. One person splattered me, but other than that, it's been pretty safe. So here we go then. 15 seconds now. Burger's gone up a couple of billion just by standing still. If you just stand still by the island, it flips you around sometimes. Just see the other video. We've got another big guy here. Ooh. My money will not change. A quintillion takes forever to go up. So there we are. Pretty much 24 trillion in 2.5 hours. So is it going to be 48? So that add the one we started. We're on just over 49. So could be a 50 trillion of this by the end, and that'd be the biggest I've been. In fact, is it the biggest I've ever been? Pretty much on the verge of not being this big. So I go to the stats. My total thickness is 51.6. So 25 before currently. So 25 currently. So 26. So I'm a trillion off my biggest ever thickness. Right, so nearly got an hour left. It's roasting here. So here we go. 39.8 trillion. So we've up 38.6 trillion in 4 hours. So we've got an hour left to go. So let's see how big we actually are. This is the biggest I've ever been now. So I've never been into the 40 trillion. So let's just press it a few times manually. Let's get up to the 40 trillion. We have an hour to go. Although we started on a trillion, so We haven't got 40 in 4 hours, but it's 10 trillion an hour pretty much. So we're going to close in on the 50 trillion at the end of this. So I just got stuck in the stars, so I had to quickly restart, but at least the timer hasn't gone back to naught, so I've got 51 minutes left still, so that's good. I cannot turn off trade. If anyone knows how to do it, let me know, because if you go to trade down here, there's just no way to get down on the Xbox to this enabled at the bottom. I've tried every single combination to do this video without getting interrupted every 3 seconds with a trade. It's just not possible. So with 50 minutes to go, I'm going to click it a couple of times as well, see how we can get to 50 trillion. So here's our position compared to the first island from the back. You can see it's chest height now. Where's the next island? It's probably a bit too high up. I don't want to crash the game again. I know there's a lot of people a lot bigger than 41 trillion. Get it in the comments, tell us how big you are. I said we'll do see if we can get all the biggest people we know into the same server. That would be fabulous. So we are a couple of minutes left and we're closing in on 49 trillion. So I know it's not quite there, but 50 trillion for £10, $15, is that worth it? So that's up to you. But at least you know now what to do, or what you'll get if you're maxed out with double speed and you do the 5 hours. So a couple of minutes still to go. If we just recap on what we think's a good buy and what's a bad buy, so let's bob into the shop. So double thickness, definitely worth doing, especially if you do it right from the start. I'm not too worried about health and coins, they're so easy to get, and health is only when you're fighting, but you don't fight too much in this. Double damage isn't worth it, fast punch is probably not worth it. Fast eater, yes, but again, pretty much if you want to do it from the start of the game really. Don't do it sort of when you're in, unless you're going to do something like what we've done today. Conceal, I can see why it has its use, because I could really do with buying that now so I can get up to the top islands. Pets, I'd add a couple of extra slots just to, these are definitely more profitable than actually buying coins if you actually do have more pets. And on these, the auto eat, auto sell, the only downside to this 5 hours is that you have to still be around. You can't just do it and then disappear, you still need to be there. Coins, I really don't see. 13 million for 19 13 billion for 3,300 Robux. That means I'm worth millions. I'll have to do the maths on that. Same with burgers. 302k, I've got 144 billion. Just not worth it. So there are a couple of things to worth going for. I say it's all down to personal preference really. First bit of advice is only ever pay for something on a game that you're enjoying, and then you're giving it back to the developers, and you know, everybody's a winner. Some games, buying something for a couple of Roblox helps you win the game. Some don't do absolutely anything. Buying the cloud on floor is lava. You just don't lose. It didn't cost too much. But on this game it's quite fair. We're up to 49 trillion now. I'm really tempted just to stay on to get the 50. So we're looking at 48 trillion for the 5 hours. I mean, I guess it depends on the server speed and how fast it comes and all that sort of stuff, but it's going to be pretty close to 48 trillion. So they're my pets anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. I need to get the 8th one. Too busy giving them away. Looks like I've got a parrot now. Mr. Tintin. Where's your dog? Looking top right now. 999837. There we are! Oh, so close. 99995. Boom. 50 trillion. In the 50 trillion club, boys and girls. Still unreal. So there you go. Buying 50 trillion thickness pretty much. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to let us know what your thickness is. Get it in the comments. And also which Roblox games you're actually into at the moment, because we've been playing this one quite some time now. It's we'll have to have a go on some of the other ones. So, but anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye.